There's a very famous adage that says that a crooked tree always ends up living his full life. Isn't that what Tinubu is playing right before our eyes? Just like a movie, Tinubu has decided not to be a straightforward person. I mean, how can you, who understands that the people who want you out from power in Nigeria today, the people who dread Tinubu haven't snatched the mandate, as alleged from Obi, is the Southeasterners. And it is that same Southeast that Tinubu went to pick an acting chairman. I don't know. For me, this is counterintuitive. It doesn't make any sense. But according to that adage that I said earlier on, a crooked tree always ends up to live his full life. Because in Nigeria, I have grown to understand that you cannot be straightforward. You cannot reveal all your cards. That means you have to be crooked. You must let the people not understand your intention, get in there, and then they begin to see you for who you are. And I guess this is why so many people say that the Yorubas in politics apply what we call the Ewedu logic. You know why they call it Ewedu logic? It is because Ewedu logic is slippery, it's slimy, so it is difficult to hold, to grab, like it slips away. Now, these are the logic, these are the strategy that Tinubu has reinforced, he has pronounced and emphasized in the last 2 years. We can see how he has been doing his things, whereby this is a man who will tell you, I am with you, but behind, when you see his actions, is otherwise. He is a man who will tell you, don't do this, but in the other way, is otherwise. So it seems, apparently, that the Nigerian system is only governed and, being captured by people who are crooked in their ways and deeds. But for me today, I am happy that Professor Mahmoud finally is gone. Yes. And for the North now, they don't know. Everybody was suspecting maybe the next acting chairman will be from the Southwest with a Yoruba name, or from the Middle Belt with a Yoruba name. Most people, there was a time people said Professor Ojo would come in. This was a man who was from Kogi. Is it Kogi? Yeah, either Kogi, thereabout, or Kwara. A man who apparently is a Yoruba person. This was the man. In fact, I made a video to that. But to my surprise and to my shock, a man, a lady, I think from Delta, from the Igbo speaking side of it. And this is a woman, Mary, whatever. She is the acting chairman. And for God knows what, if by 2027 and anything happens to be funny, who would be the people that will be crying? Oh, for sure, it won't be the Southeasterners. All right? It will not be the Igbos. Neither will it be the Yorubas. Yes. And there is definitely no way the Northerners will be able to find their way through this. Yes. They couldn't have said Professor Mahmoud should not be sacked. Because as far as the Nigerian history is concerned, Professor Mahmoud is the longest serving Inec chairman. Nobody has been so long in serving as the Inec chairman like Professor Mahmoud. And all thanks to Buhari. Buhari ensured that Professor Mahmoud used 10 good years. Yes, we saw it. And ever since Professor Mahmoud came on board, our democracy, everything about democracy has been turned into ethnic jingoism. You just go in there and show your own ethnic supremacy. You go in there, you want to be forming a liberal, you get yanked off. Those are the legacies of Professor Mahmoud. And of course, the very famous switching of beavers at the right time, to favor the people who are in the power today. No more, no less. These are the ugly legacies of Professor Mahmoud, who was, disgracefully walked out of INEC chairman yesterday. No prayers. People did not pray for him. Like, having served for 10 good years, this is a man who has seen the tenure of almost 3 presidents. I repeat, no INEC chairman has done that. He saw the tenures of almost 3 tenures of presidency. since 2014-15. I mean, since 2015 they elected him, 2019, 2023, and he resigned in 2025. So 10 years is since 2015 till date. Professor Mahmood has brought nothing. This was the man who ensured the inadequacies that happened in Imo. Number 4 becoming first. Who am I? But we know that Tinubu will not say, I want to be straight. He wouldn't say that. And this is why the North find so much difficulty. They don't know which part of him they should slice through. His ways are so crooked. There's no way to harvest, no way to slice. You can. A crooked tree is very, very difficult to fall because it might just fall on you. But a straight log of wood, you know that one is straight. If you don't cut and boom, you go fall, go left, or you fall, go right. Or a tree where in head first, in yash go right, in waist go left, in chest, that kind of a thing. You'll be like, where do I apply pressure? Where do I cut through to get to the root? So these crooked ways of Tinubu is what gives him the way, okay? Because basically, the Nigerian people, and in this instance, the northern Nigerian people, will always be tackled and handled by a crooked leader from the south. Don't try to be straight. I'm not going to be a preacher of straightforwardness, because when you do everything to be open-minded, and because Jonathan has shown us how not to do things. Yes, Jonathan has shown us that when you are in power, when you are trying to be liberal, you don't want to be an ethnic jingoist, you don't want to be sectional. When you are in power, you want to be open-minded. You want to say, this is what I'm doing. This is what I said I would do, and this is what I'm doing. Jonathan has told us that all those things don't work. Yes. Jonathan's, straightforwardness was what made him to go to the north and pick Atairu Jega. And the man came in, we saw what happened. Atairu Jega could have said, let us pause this election, cancel this election, because I want a free and fair election. I do not want a situation whereby Buhari will just win and there are inconsistencies in the voting pattern or in the machines, devices. No, let me cancel it. Atairu Jega did not say such. And Jonathan knew all these things. He was playing, I am straight man. I don't want to be wavy. I don't want to be crooked. Where is he today? Is it the same? Is it that same man that wants to come and unseat Tinubu? I mean, we have to be joking. We must stop from being jokers. It takes a bigger crook to defeat a crook. It's as simple as that. As long as the Nigerian people are not ready, it takes a bigger crook to defeat a crook. So the incumbent crook will become a smaller crook. But in this situation, there are no crooks opposing Tinubu. There are none. I cannot talk of Atiku. Atiku is a smaller crook. His ways, or the ways of Atiku, are too shallow. Obi is a straightforward man. If the people rise up, Obi will defeat Tinubu before 12 noon. But this one, where will they go? They are telling me now that Alexoti will soon join APC. The man or the woman from, and by the way, I think she's the first woman to be made Inec chairman. On that one, I would give Tinubu kudos, at least for giving women representation. And I hope maybe this woman where she be, they don't go compromise her. I hope so, but I don't trust that word of mine. I cannot trust anybody who Tinubu appoints. Me. Now, I can never forget Betadu, that beautiful young yellow woman. In the space of 3 months of this Tinubu administration, there are so many corrupt allegations of over 300 and something billion. She had to retire. I mean, these things are there. EFCC brought it open. So I will come to say, no, I'm not vouching for anybody Tinubu appoints. I mean, take a look at what just happened to Jeffrey, who they said forged certificate. So it takes a bigger crook who is then it is part of your crookedness, okay, you will do the things that you need to do in the current formation and structure of Nigeria. Vote rigging, vote buying, you sef go carry election violence, because this our 2027 election will not be rid of those things. We know, we have to be frank with ourselves. There will still be religious politics, there will still be tribal politics. All these things will come up, it will show, nothing will stop it. So why should I be saying that I should go and bring a man that will be preaching based on policies and Nigerians are not ready for such conversations. You need a bigger crook to oust an incumbent crook, or we continue to be ruled by the current crook. It's as simple as that. It is as simple as that. I so much love that adage. In fact, I have learned something new today, that as a human being in Nigeria, do not be too straightforward. When you are too straightforward, they will cut you down easily. And I think it applies to even the general life. You know, you cannot be too straightforward. You go there talk say, Tinubu now, ordinarily, if Nigeria was a good place, should have gone to the north, maybe northwest or whatever, and say, because I am from the southwest, let me go to the northeast and pick someone. I mean, the next Inec chairman shouldn't be from the south. It shouldn't be. But this woman, why she might be confirmed to now be what the nominated Inec chairman, because they will have to confirm her. I know that even if she's not, at the end of the day, certified by the Senate, the next Inec chairman will still come from either the south or the north central. That is who Tinubu is. He will not do things that will harm him. A man who literally told Donald Trump that if you release my school certificate, he go do some irreparable. Una dey play. This is not Jonathan. The North cannot have their way. This man go do everything by all means to ensure that whoever goes into the INEC seat will do his bidding. Period. You know, they didn't Mahmoud Yakubu do the bidding of Buhari? When Obasanjo was there in 2003, whoever the man that was the INEC chairman, people were still on the line just setting up for accreditation. They don't release results. You think if the INEC chairman that was selected by Obasanjo wasn't there for him, that election would have held? So these things, the only man who got there trying to play smart and play straight, now Jonathan, and we saw what happened. They putted him out. If Jonathan has used his person in there, nothing. I mean, the worst thing that could have happened is maybe Nigeria would have ceased to exist, and that would have been a better thing for us, because we would have recovered as over 10 years ago or 11 years ago. We would have recovered, and by now we would have found a way, or the best suited way to govern ourselves. But we saw what happened. You cannot be straight. Being straight in Nigeria is a sin, period. As far as Nigeria is concerned, Tinubu might decide to straighten it because he has the power today. Maybe after he wins his second tenure, if he does it, oh, well and good. Because the only way he can do it is restructure the country. No. The centralized system of government will only be captured by crooked leaders, period. The people that can stop this thing are two people. A crooked leader who gets in there, maybe God touches that, boom. You know when you touch what's it called, that screen touch television, when you press it, boom, it does. You woke up in the morning, oh, let me change, or the Nigerian people push aside their tribal bigotry, their religious extremist, outlooks, and they say, okay, enough is enough, we don't suffer, we go protest, let us do what happened in Nepal, let us do what happened. Other than that, no way, Shikina. Because see, Christian Association of Nigeria, where we, all of us, don't they talk, say, they no born them, where they come out, don't talk, say there's no Christian genocide. See what happened. See what happened there. Tribalism. Oh. Is it the director of social welfare of Christian Association? The man came out, he said that no, there's no Christian genocide though. Please. What exactly does that mean? You came out and so what you can see that even in Christian Association of Nigeria, bigotry don't chook neck enter am. So you will see and grasp the depth of crookedness in the system. So you cannot just say that Nigeria needs a straight. They go cut you, come out. They will cut you off because your straightforwardness, your cards are wide open. Yes, your cards are wide open. Nigeria no be America. Donald Trump is a straightforward man. We all knew what he was doing. Everybody saw him doing all the do's and but in Nigeria, for you to be the president, you go chop with thieves. You go chop with hire killers. You go chop with corrupt leaders. They don't go see you coming. They won't see you coming. You go be ghost. You have to be invisible. It is when you get there, then you just boom. You just what? You boom. So when I listen to people, I don't want to pay shishi. You don't do this. Nigerians we won't collect shishi. You have to be joking. Nigerians that are hungry, they need bag of rice to cast their vote, and you are not ready to do it. And by 2027, Tinubu is ready to do the same thing. There will be handouts, there will be bag of rice, there will be packs of Indomies, there will be souvenirs. Thanks for coming, thanks for voting. Make we no dey waste our time and make we no dey play. If you just join, please kindly like, subscribe, and share. Bye for now.
Till we meet again, till we meet.
Wish you the best, sir. Wish you the best.
Junk it and move on. Until another fire comes, I face it.
So this your antagonism and criticism of Bola Tinubu is personal?
It's not personal. I thank God that I didn't make a mistake of being in this government administration. I thank God that he gave me that opportunity at that time to distance myself from that government. I don't know, because if I were in this government, I probably would have been sacked a long time ago, or probably would have been killed, or I probably would have resigned.
Why?
Because the way they run the government doesn't gel with me.
What makes you think?
I cannot go to a meeting in which 99% of the participants are Yorubas. I lived in Lagos for a long time. The tendency that they finish the meeting in their language and then I'm just sitting down there. I cannot go.
Is that what operates?
Yeah. They are so predominant in the system. They are so predominant in the system.
So you're accusing this government and President Bola Tinubu of nepotism.
Let me tell you, when we were doing the campaign, after he went to that Lagos and said that thing that he said about Emeloko.
That's Ogun State.
Yeah, in Ogun State. There was a Bola Tinubu platform in which were participating. And they started insulting Northerners. Northerners are this, Northerners are this, Northerners are this, they are illiterate. So I wrote on that platform, a WhatsApp group. These are the people whose votes we will need. If you antagonize them, we are finished. Then I wrote that. The problem with Yorubas, and I still repeat it, is that when you support them and they win, they turn around to convert you as if they behave as if they have subdued you, as if they have conquered you. They will not count your support. When I used to say that all the time, even when we sit in his house and we say, no, BD is not like that. I used to say, look, gentlemen, If they are honest, bring them on this television. They will remember. I said, the thing is that we are just doing this because we want Bola Tinubu to be president. We that are not Yorubas will regret it. Because when you go there, they throw us out. They say, no, BD, why are you saying that?